We call them our best friends. We call them our soulmates. We give them names, buy them toys, and let them sleep right next to our necks while we are at our most vulnerable. But have you ever looked into your cat's eyes and wondered what they are actually thinking? While you see a cute companion, nature sees a cold-blooded, highly evolved predator. Today, we are going to talk about the unthinkable. We are going to explore the terrifying reality of how a pet cat, the same one you fed this morning, could actually kill its owner. This isn't a fairy tale. These are the documented, scientific, and physical ways a feline can end a human life. Number 1. The silent brain invader. The most terrifying way a cat can kill you is by changing who you are. Inside almost every cat is a parasite called Toxoplasma gondii. It needs a cat to survive, but it wants a human host to spread. Once it enters your body, it travels straight to your brain. It doesn't kill you instantly, it plays the long game. It creates microscopic cysts in your brain tissue that have been linked to extreme suicidal thoughts, reckless driving, and sudden bursts of uncontrollable rage. There are cases where owners have taken their own lives or put themselves in fatal situations because a parasite from their cat was literally pulling the strings of their mind. You think you're in control, but your cat's biology might be the one making your final, fatal decisions. Number 2, the biological weapon in their mouth. A cat's mouth is essentially a needle filled with poison. Unlike a dog whose bite crushes, a cat's bite is designed to inject. Their teeth are sharp and thin, like surgical equipment. When your pet bites you, even in play, they are injecting a bacteria called Pasteurella deep into your soft tissue and bone. This isn't a normal infection. It can cause sepsis, a violent condition where your blood turns toxic and your internal organs start to shut down one by one. Within 48 hours of a simple bite, an owner can go from feeling fine to lying on a morgue table because their heart and kidneys simply gave up. Your cat doesn't need to be big to kill you. They just need one successful puncture. Number 3, the heart stopper. Many people ignore a simple scratch, but that is a deadly mistake. Cats carry a bacteria on their claws called Bartonella. When they scratch their owner, this bacteria enters the bloodstream and heads straight to the heart. It causes a condition called endocarditis. This is a literal infection of the heart valves. As the bacteria grows, it eats away at the very thing that keeps you alive. Owners have been known to collapse from sudden heart failure weeks after a minor scratch from their pet. Your cat is carrying a microscopic death sentence under its claws every single day. Number 4, the midnight assassin. We often joke about how our cats try to trip us, but the statistics are not a joke. Cats are nocturnal predators. They are designed to move in total silence and invisibility. When an owner gets up in the middle of the night, the cat's natural instinct is to weave between the legs or jump at the feet. This simple act has caused thousands of fatal falls. A fractured skull against a hardwood floor or a snapped neck at the bottom of the stairs is all it takes. In that split second, your pet becomes a physical obstacle that ends your life. They don't need a weapon. They just need the darkness and your own body weight to do the job. Number 5, the 100% killer. If your cat has access to the outdoors, they are a walking vessel of the most feared virus in human history, rabies. All it takes is one small fight with a stray animal. Once your cat is infected, they bring that death into your home. The moment an infected cat licks a small cut on your hand or gives you a tiny nip, the virus begins its journey to your brain. Once you feel the first headache or the first sign of fever, your fate is sealed. There is no cure. There is no turning back. You will face a terrifying, agonizing death, all because you trusted a pet that had become a carrier for a nightmare. Number 6, the breath of death. For many, the cat is a literal suffocator. It isn't just about allergies, it's about the protein they secrete. For an owner with underlying respiratory issues, The constant presence of cat dander can lead to a sudden, massive closing of the airways. This is anaphylaxis. Imagine waking up in the middle of the night, unable to scream, unable to gasp for air, while your cat sits on your chest wondering why you aren't moving. By the time help arrives, the lack of oxygen has already finished the job. Your home, which should be your sanctuary, becomes a gas chamber because of the creature you love. Number 7, the final reality. It is a dark thought to carry. The idea that the creature you nurture and protect could be the very thing that ends your story. They are beautiful, they are graceful, and they are mysterious. But never forget that they are also dangerous. They don't have human morals. They don't feel guilt. They follow the laws of biology and instinct. Whether it is through a microscopic parasite, a needle-like bite, or a silent trip in the dark, the threat is real. You share your home with a predator, and in the world of predators, the line between a friend and a killer is thinner than you think. Sleep well tonight, but remember to keep your bedroom door locked. So, where does this leave us? I know, it is a lot to take in. You are probably sitting there right now, looking at your cat and wondering if I'm exaggerating. I really wish I was. But the truth is, love is not a substitute for safety. We live with these tiny tigers. We let them into our homes and our hearts, but we often forget the millions of years of evolution that sit quietly on our couches. That is exactly why I started Cat Truths. We do not sugarcoat the reality of our pets. We dig deep into the science, the risks, and the hidden behaviors that most people choose to ignore. Because knowing the truth does not make you love your cat any less. It makes you a better, more prepared, and more responsible owner. The next time you're lying on the couch and your cat walks across your chest, just take a second to realize how lucky you are that this tiny apex predator has decided to be your friend and not your enemy. Respect that bond, keep your guard up, and never stop questioning what goes on behind those eyes. Thanks for watching. This is Cat Truths, and I will see you in the next one.